Hello and welcome to this C-Learning video looking at Classroom Toolbox. We're going to take a look at some of the reports that are available in Classroom Toolbox, and they can be found under the Reports tab. So here in the Reports dashboard, I can see an overview here of how many active classrooms, how many archived and how many provisioned classrooms I have. And I can also pull a report within the last 30 days, 60 days or a year. Let's have a look at the last 30 days for this example. So here we are, the last 30 days activity in this domain. Perhaps we want to have a little look at more detail, so we just click on one of the classrooms. And once we're in here, we get to the classroom overview, where we can open the classroom itself, we can add a teacher, we can remove a teacher, we can change the owner, and do lots of other things that are previously not accessible without coming via Classroom Toolbox. Whilst we're looking at reports, let's have a look at Toolbox Plus. Toolbox Plus is your analytics dashboard. In here, you'll find how many classrooms, how many students, how many teachers, and how many grades. You can also have a look if there's been an increase or a decrease in activity, but this is quite a key feature here of the number of assignments graded. You can see if there are assignments being left ungraded, and you can delve a little deeper into what's the impact of that having and what can we do to remedy that. We can also look at teacher reports of individual teachers and their assignment grading and their task creation that they're making, student reports on their engagement, group reports that we've built within the domain, and an assignment report overall. For the purposes of this, let's have a little look at what a teacher report looks and does. So here in the teacher report, we get a graph of who's most active and the number of active classrooms, but we actually get the contact details of the teachers underneath, and we get access to their photographs as well. If we want to ensure professional standards are maintained, we might argue that a Lego figure is an appropriate icon to be held on a teacher's Google profile. We wouldn't necessarily know other than going in via this way to Classroom Toolbox, so it gives us a unique viewpoint, and we can then approach that teacher and have those conversations. So the teacher report brings up every teacher within the domain, and then you can dive in a little bit further. So opening up the teacher report, again we get their image here, we get their contact details, and we get their active and archived classrooms. And we can see how many assignments have been started by their students, how many assignments have been turned in by their students, and how many late submissions they have. And we can also see how much graded and marked work there has been. We get a nice overview here of what's going on with this teacher in their Google Classrooms. We can see it from our centrally held supervisor or administrator point of view and see this information without having to delve into too much detail, just a couple of clicks, all held within Classroom Toolbox. If we want to go even further in, we can click on one of the classrooms and it will then take us to the analysis of that individual classroom as well. So there are tons and tons and tons of report features within Classroom Toolbox, giving you a bird's eye view of what's going on within your domain and your subdomains in your teacher's Google Classrooms.